to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 924 Turbo. I promise you guys there will be a first drive with this car, and here it is. Today, conditions are well, let's just say a little bit treacherous for a turbocharged rear-wheel drive car. I'm hoping there isn't a mishap today, but we shall see. It's about minus a billion here in the north of England, and we've got the 924 Turbo right here. As I said before in my reveal video with this car, it is now available to win for a few quid with classic giveaways. That is now live on the site as of the time this video goes out. There are a fixed amount of tickets and there is a fixed end date. Once the competition ends, it ends. It doesn't matter how many tickets sell. The odds are absolutely mental, even if it sells out. But if it doesn't, the odds are, of course, even better. It is a stonking car. For all the details, do make sure you hit the reveal video. But it is unbelievably cool. And we've got a guest in the car. Some of you will remember him from the 944 Turbo video. Some of you will know him from UK Minis. Ladies and gentlemen, back on the channel, it is Samuel. Hello.
Never been introed like that, my friend.
It's a good intro, wasn't it? I should do voiceovers or something. So we've got some GoPros, or should I say Insta360 Go-Tos. They're not, but I should have probably used them. But here we go. We're gonna go for a spin then. This is my first drive. You actually just drove here in this. Are you nervous?
It's a little bit icy today, so...
It is. I've pointed out the treacherous conditions. So we may well not make it to the end of this road. The car's been warmed up, so we're ready to go. But for posterity measures, here we go. Here's the dash. It's got 48,000 miles. It's an unbelievable car. I will go steady with it because I want the winner to be able to get this car in one piece. I can't believe we're handing this over. In my first video, I did moot whether or not I was just going to nick it for myself and just drive off and not talk to you ever again. But here it is anyway. We own this car together and we will be handing it over to someone. Actually mad. Absolutely mad. But yeah, very cool car. Should we go for a spin?
Let's do it.
Fine. Right, we are live on channel 4. Please do not say or put the seatbelt in there. Let's start. Where's the key? It's a good start. Well done, Tom. Don't trust me with anything, I think is the... There we go, we've got it. Right, clutch in then.
Dog leg.
Dog leg box. There we go, in neutral. Lovely stuff. I'm going to get nearer to the wheel, I think.
They're really weird seating position for old Porsches, aren't they?
It is. It's quite like the Turbo S that we had, the 944.
It is, yeah.
Where's the bike point? Ah, there we go.
There we go.
You can hear the turbo. So we've got a 5-speed dogleg box. Second gear is where third gear should be. Third gear is where fourth gear should be. I'm actually used to driving doglegs. My Testarossa is a dogleg.
Oh, is it?
And mine... and my 912 is a dogleg
cool.
as well.
Well, you'll know better than me. This is the first one I've ever driven, so...
It's fourth gear. You don't want to get it reverse wrong. It's got fifth.
Yeah.
And reverse is actually where first is, so you can't actually get it too wrong. But even at low revs now, you can hear the turbo just kind of...
It just constantly sounds like it's spawning up. Yeah.
Right. How did this car come about then?
So this was one of your specials.
You're saying I'm to blame for this?
I think an Auto Trader link might have been. It happened to be not a huge distance from my house. So yeah, I went and had a look. It was in a private collection.
Yeah.
A guy who's a chartered surveyor got a very nice, had a 430 scud and a few other things.
Oh wow, proper car collection.
Yeah, he had a proper, I think he had 12, mostly Ferraris, but he had also another one that may come in the future. He's got the Cosworth, the E190s, which he was trying to flog me as well. Yeah.
If you want a Cosworth E190,
yeah, get in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, goodness, that would be sick.
That would be sick.
This is so icy here. Do you know what? It's really, really comfortable. Has it got stock suspension? It's got stock dampers?
Yeah, stock, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
the
really comfy.
The 924 turbos were obviously a little bit more special.
Just a second.
I think they come with the same suspension that the 944 turbo had. So the Coney M, whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so back to the story of how this came about.
Yeah.
You sent it me, I went and had a look at it. The guy obviously coaxed me in with his collection.
Yeah.
He'd had this for 4 years, just lack of use basically.
Yeah.
He'd added another classic Porsche to his collection, and this one had to go to make room for it. So yeah, we had a conversation on the price, and here we are now.
It's a very, very cool car. So based on the Carrera GT, then this OEM kit, I was explaining in my collection video then, this has actually got the Carrera GT, not the V10 Carrera GT, the original 924 based Carrera GT that was basically a homologated like road car thing that they only made 67 examples of. That's what happens if you try and put it in reverse. If you try and bring it along.
Yeah, they made 67 of them in total, homologated ones, and this particular one had the kit fitted in, I think it's 1994. Okay. The kit itself was £4,000. Then he's had to have it fitted. The Porsche Club are aware of this car, and I've spoken to them about it. They said that when it went to them and they viewed it, that the kit was fitted so factory correct that they didn't know it wasn't a factory one. So that's a nice thing to have. You know, a nice feather in its cap.
Box is unbelievable.
I think that, to be fair, obviously the mileage 48,000 and something, and probably the only one in the world.
I would imagine it probably is.
Yeah, I don't think people were driving around 924 turbos thinking, oh yeah, I'll go and blow 15 grand.
No way.
Most of these had to be repainted at that point as well. So,
which means there's no rust issues either. So values-wise, then, Mr. Tom Hartley just sold a bob-on Carrera GT 924 for well over 100 grand.
Correct.
So this, I think these are tipped for good news. What we picked this up for is relatively reasonable now. There's no reason you couldn't win this and then sit on it for a little while and get rid of it for double, if not triple.
Yeah, I think this will be
what we paid for this.
Listen to the oh, fifth. Is that fifth?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was first to fourth. Your resident driving coach over here. Let's go for third. I think that's a little bit more sensible. Do you know what? I'm being so gentle with it, and you really, really don't want to miss second and get reversed instead. Yeah. You really don't want to do that, because that could
be gearbox death.
New gearbox time.
Yeah, I think that I noticed since I've been driving it is you get used to it pretty very quickly.
Yeah.
It's just when you're going to stop at a junction, you're automatically you're in auto mode, aren't you? And bang it, you always try and put it in reverse.
Yeah.
I actually did it going into the petrol station earlier and reversed back out of the spot.
Don't do that in traffic. You'll end up with needing a new rear bumper.
So yeah, I think. But other than that, yeah, these cars. This is the later. Effectively, I suppose they'd call it the Series 2.
Yeah.
So it's the higher brake horsepower one. It's 200 brake opposed to the 177 brake. Yeah. The earlier one.
Porsche don't do a front-engine sports car anymore.
No. So that's it. Yeah. I think, was this the last?
The 968 was, which we gave away in the last competition.
We did.
We gave away a cab.
We did.
That was a bit niche. I mean, this is a little bit more niche, but I think this is kind of cooler in a way.
Oh, definitely. This is definitely cooler. 100%. This is an icon. This car.
You turn up to a Porsche meet in this.
Yeah, and the value,
everyone's having a chat.
And the values went majorly south on these about 5-10 years ago,
which makes them rare cars. That's what happens. Yeah. The same with 912. A load of them get scrapped, and then that means that there's actually none left.
Yeah, and I think I have not actually looked on how many left, how many are left. Interestingly, no power steering in these. So
no power steering.
Couldn't even spec it as an option. So it's a proper driver's car.
Second, please, Jeff. Thank you.
But you can
feel the turbo kicking in.
It's a proper.
I'm not going to wring its neck. This has to go to someone. I'm looking after it. I don't want to be.
And it's not been. Obviously, it's been in somebody's collection. It's done 6 miles in 3 years. Yeah. So the guy literally rolled it in and out of his storage unit.
And you've taken it in for some checks. So there were some things that needed doing on it.
Yeah. So it had a slight misfire, and it was searching at low revs. And these have a closed vacuum system on them. Yeah. And it was a pipe that was perished, basically. So that's been replaced.
Easy.
It's had brand new brakes on it in 2017. It's done no mileage, so they are.
The brakes are actually really good.
They're literally brand new. I think it's done 11 miles since I've had it, so they're 11 miles bedded in.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's one more thing that we're going to do. We're going to get the Blaupunkt.
Blaupunkt Becker or Blecker 46.
Yep, that's the one.
So
that's
they're basically
going in.
All singing, all dancing, retro 80s radio.
DAB, so that'll modernise it slightly. Other than that, I wouldn't change a thing on this car.
It's so good.
Yeah, This interior is just wear on the door guards, the seats, the edge of the seats, everything. It's
Engine bay is absolutely fresh as well.
It's like new under there. It's literally like new. I think we said the 944 was, I would have gone as far as to say it was almost concours, the 944, and I thought that we'd struggle to find other old classic Porsches of similar condition. But this is just, we had all the bits and bats out of it earlier to see if
brakes definitely work.
Yeah, there's not a millimetre of rust on this car.
No. I think it goes one or two ways with these cars, to be honest with you. I think you either have something that's an absolute bucket, or you have something. Poodle is chaos. Or you have something that's been fastidiously looked after, and this is definitely in the latter camp. It's kind of a time warp condition. So another rare find. This is getting harder and harder to find like cool, quirky cars.
Yeah, it is, especially Porsche. That's reasonable money. You know, since we've started this, the prices have gone like this. You know,
it's a nightmare because I keep pumping everything.
Yeah, this car that we, you know, we probably paid £5 more than what we'd had to 6 months ago.
Mental. We should have just bought 10 cars.
Yeah, we should have.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Rather than buying them as we go along. But I kind of want to work out what's what. Right, I'm going to go right here. I think.
Some cool houses around here.
House is cash.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, winner of this car, you can mess around with it. You can put sports exhaust on these. You can put wastegates on them. You can do whatever you want. You can remap them. You can tune them. There's plenty of Porsche specialists. You can put KW springs on them. You can do all sorts of stuff to this car. What I really like actually driving along, you've just got this scoop, like literally right in your line of vision. It's like driving a sort of American hot rod or something like that.
It's proper Mad Max vibes, isn't it?
It's sick.
That's what it feels like to me.
This interior is just unbelievable as well. Anyway,
so
before my GoPro runs out,
comfortable as well.
It is. I think we're going to leave it there. Because I'm running out of battery. And I'm going to have an accident if I keep driving around on these narrow roads with people cutting hedges and whatnot. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to win this car, presumably there are still a few tickets left by the time this video goes out. If you want to win this car for a few quid, the link will be in the pinned comments with classic giveaways. It's my company. I will be handing over the car. There's no kind of scammy nonsense going on. You will win this car and you will see the winner of this car. Whether it's you or not, you will see them on social media very soon being handed this. There is a fixed end date and there's a fixed amount of tickets. So once tickets sell out, we will draw it or we will draw it on the end date. It's that simple. That's it. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Good luck, and I'll see one of you, if not some others of you, very soon. Ciao.
Good luck.